All right, Miles, let's talk Chicago Bears here a little bit. Look, this is a team that's had one heck of an offseason. They dominated leading up to the draft. They had a really nice draft. We're through rookie mini camps, and now we get to take a step back and look at some of their big additions. And there's some reports out there, there's actually multiple reports that one new addition to this Bears offense is already off to a hot start, and he's impressing all the right people.
Yeah, Nick, the more I look into this new draft pick that the Bears have made, he looks better and better by the second as I look at him, and very impressed that they were able to get this guy. But before we go into the story, I want to go to the Bears fans today and ask a very important question because there's a lot of great answers here. But nonetheless, Bears fans, who's your favorite Bears running back of all time? A lot of great ones here. One that stands out in particular, but there's a lot of really great running backs. We want to know who is your favorite Bears running back of all time. Nonetheless, Nick, I would like everyone else to stay tuned to the end of the video to hear a word from the partner of today's video, and that is Neuro. They have some really great products to give you a quick and easy boost of energy. We love to take their gum or their mints right before the show, keep us focused, keep us engaged on task. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to hear more about Neuro and their products, and you can get your hands on our discount code, get you those products for cheaper. So Nick, now that that is out of the way, let's hear about this newest Bears draft pick.
Yeah, so one of the things after the draft, when you're looking at all these draft picks, all these young guys, and look, some of these guys get a lot of praise, and usually it's from their current teammates, right? Maybe it's from a new coach, and that's kind of standard fare. Look, not every player gets praise, so it's obviously a good sign when a player gets some nice adulations. But what I really look forward to is when a player gets singled out from multiple other sources. It kind of triangulates the fact that this guy could be a really good player. And you look at Bears' fourth-round selection, Roschon Johnson, the running back, is starting to get it. And what originally jumped out to me, this is courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago, was his former college teammate, Bijan Robinson, now Atlanta Falcon, now a competitor, had this to say about Roschon Johnson. If you want to pull up the report, Miles, I'll read from it. This is Bijan Robinson talking. Roschon is the best teammate I've ever had. He brings out so much in a player and the team, just how he goes about being a leader, not just his teammates, but everybody in the community. I think that who he is as a person and what he does on the field, I don't think he's overlooked because he chose his presence and made his presence felt. Roschon is a god. Oh, well, that's pretty, that's high praise. He's the other running back in this class, and I don't think people should overlook the talent he has and the skill set that he brings. I think he's just as good as anybody. His toughness and heart make him stand out over everybody. All right, Mike, so at first glance, you're like, okay, his former teammate hyping him up. That's obviously a good sign, but it's just one data point, right? But then you look at Ryan Poles, obviously the current general manager of the Chicago Bears. He said, according to Pro Football Talk, that he was shocked that Roschon Johnson was available for the Bears to select in the fourth round. So again, okay, that's the second data point. Now you're looking for the third data point. And you look at, this was first brought to my attention via sportsmockery.com, and they mentioned that Chad Reuter, who's a NFL draftnik over at NFL.com, listed 12 players taken on day 3 of the draft who he felt he was primed to grab a starting position. And he named Roschon Johnson as one of the clear and obvious choices to go out and be a day 3 selection, primed to be a starter day 1 of the regular season. So there it is, Myers. You got the 3 data points. You got the former teammate, now competitor. You got the current GM, and you got an NFL analyst. So you got everything you want. You got a current player, you got a front office guy, and you got a pundit. All 3 agree Roschon Johnson has a chance to be a big-time contributor early on in his career as a Chicago Bears. I think this is a great sign that this kid is already so impressive. Myers, give me your thoughts on Roschon Johnson, just everything with the Chicago Bears right now.
Yeah, Nick, I love the Roschon Johnson pickup here. I've heard many people say that if Bijan Robinson was not in this draft, Roschon would be the guy. He would be the running back that everybody is talking about. People are saying that he's better than Jahmyr Gibbs. People are saying that he's by and away the number 2 running back in this draft class. And that's pretty high praise. And as you said, there's many people saying exactly those kind of sentiments about this guy. Of clearly, Bijan Robinson calls him a god. So, yeah. What more could you want there? But he seems to be so powerful, Nick. 6 foot, 220 pounds, great runner of the ball, can break a lot of tackles. He's just, a downhill type of runner. Got that really elusive or effective, rather, stiff arm. He's got those really long arms. He just seems really powerful. Great running back to have on this roster. And I think this is something that the Bears have been missing for a while. They've been bouncing around running backs in that back room for a while. They haven't really had the guy, so to speak, here. And I think that Roschon can come in and be the guy for this offense. And I think Justin Fields, with a running back as talented as Roschon Johnson, is going to be very, very dangerous for the next couple of years. I don't think teams are going to want to come up against this Bears roster. Now you got Justin Fields, elusive with his legs, able to make people miss, able to make all of the good throws that he needs to make. But then he can also hand it off to a beast of a man in Roschon Johnson, who's going to come downhill, stiff arm you in the face, get you out of the way. So I think this is really great. I think this is going to be a crucial year for the Bears and seeing how they use Roschon Johnson.
Yeah, and just one thing to leave you on, Miles. One of the things that I really love about the Roschon Johnson pickup is that this is a guy who obviously had to share carries and give up a lot of carries to Bijan Robinson in college. And you know what that means? A little less tread on the tires, right? We talked about on one of other episodes that, running backs, it's a well-known phenomenon. They die, so to speak, young. Their careers are cut short due to injury and losing a step and things like that. It's just the way it works in the NFL. Here you've got a guy in Roschon Johnson who allegedly is a god on the football field, according to his former teammate. And he also hasn't had to spend all his reps with a huge amount of carries like normally an elite player would in his college career. So he's got less tread on his tires, which means he'll be fresh, maybe less injury prone, maybe last longer as a Chicago Bear as well. I think all of that bodes very well for this Bears offense and all the points you brought up as well. I'm really excited to see what this Johnson kid does for the Chicago Bears. I think he'll be an impact player day one for this offense. All right, Miles, we would like to give a special thanks to our partner in today's video, Neuro.
That's right, Nick. And I want you to go with me on a journey really fast. I want you to imagine this. It's 4th and goal in the big game, Nick. Your team is relying on you to make the big-time game-winning play. I know you've been in this situation before, Nick. The stadium is roaring. The clock is ticking. The game is on the line. But if only in that moment you were able to have some Neuro Gum. Neuro Gum will help you stay concentrated, and it gives you a burst of energy without a nasty crash.
That's right, Miles. Neuro has thoughtfully curated ingredients and does endless lab testing, which means that you can reach the right state of mind safely and consistently. That's the most important part. It gives you a clean burst of energy and focus without the jitters of coffee or any of those other energy drinks.
That's right, Nick. And if you click our sponsor link in the description below, you can enjoy energy, calm, and focus whenever you need it.